Hello everyone and welcome back to Donut Like Donut Read. My name is Julius and with me today I have Adam.
At your service.
And it's shorty time again. We've brought you 3 fine shorties. And
Fine
we're starting...
in quotation marks.
We're starting with one from Horseland.
We always circle back to Horseland, don't we? It's like our My Little Pony.
Yeah.
I think we actually had more My Little Pony videos, I just thought.
I mean, it's a smaller fandom, of course, so... But there's some gold in them hills, I'd say. So,
Okay.
This is called A Typical Point of View by Yemi Hikari. It says, a parallel fanfic to a typical is that how you spell argument?
I don't think so. I think they dropped the E.
Argument?
In English. Yeah. It does look weird. So, yeah, they dropped the E in argument. English. Argument.
This is the horse's point of view of the whole matter. Yeah, so this is I guess a supporting piece to another fanfic, which is interesting. I think there's problems with this that don't relate to the context we're probably missing.
Yeah, I the way I see it, it's like how they made like Midnight Sun was Twilight, but from Edward's point of view. This is the same concept. It's from the horse's point of view. And I'm sure, I guess if you read Midnight Sun by itself, you could say this was a complete story. You don't necessarily need to read Twilight.
Yeah, an enhanced experience, but there's something interesting about this that I don't think relates to it being a supporting piece, and y'all will see why very soon. So, disclaimer, I don't own Horseland. This is a parallel fanfic to a typical argument, another fanfic of mine. This one shows the horse's point of view on the whole situation I presented. Okay. Typical point of view. Each of the horses could argue that their rider had a good head on their shoulders and a good case of common sense. Can you say case of common sense? Is that something people say that makes it sound like like it's a case of like you say a case of the flu?
No I've never heard it used that way. Like I could understand you think maybe that could be like an American thing. No.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you got a bad case of the common sense.
How awful.
Thus, when their riders ended up doing something that lacked common to the sense of the horses, they could only roll their eyes at their riders, figuratively, that is.
I guess horses can't roll their eyes.
I guess not, yeah.
The pupils and the irises are just... the dark part of the eye is just too big. You can't roll it. If you roll it, just looks like they're not doing anything.
I mean... I don't know nothing about horses, except that they sometimes eat small animals, so for all I know, that could be true. Chili and Pepper felt that their riders had the most common sense out of all the riders at Horseland. Thus, whenever Chloe of Zoe went into one of those times that lacked common sense, one might say that Chili and Pepper were hit harder than when the other horses' riders did something impractical from the point of view of the animals.
This is like kind of that Purple Prose situation where they're making everything much more elaborate than it needs to be.
This kind of feels like only Simon Knows light version. It's not
at least I can understand what's
incomprehensible like that, but it feels kind of off.
Yeah, at least I didn't understand anything about only Simon Knows. I had no idea what was going on. This I can kind of understand. Also, Chloe of Zoe sounds like Chloe is the daughter of Zoe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, it's Chloe of the Zoe family. It's kind of like with Mario and Luigi. Their last name is Zoe, actually.
Mario, Zoe, Luigi, Zoe.
It's Chloe, Zoe, and It's Chloe, Zoe, and Zoe. Okay, and this had to be one of those days, and one of the worst. It defiantly had to be one of the worst. It started with Bailey riding off on Aztec into the jumping ring and giving the whole group a thumbs up and a smile. Chloe was the first to react to it, saying out loud that it was for her. Chili shook his mane.
Oh, seriously, I hardly doubt that one was for you alone, but for all of us. What would everyone think if I said that it was for me in the context of what Chloe was saying? What does that even mean?
Yeah, you could have dropped the context part. I would have understood what he meant without the in the context of what Chloe is saying part.
That just got more indecipherable. I don't even... Wait, what is he even talking about, though? Like, he's upset that the thumbs up was for...
Bailey gave a thumbs up, and Chloe was like, oh, he's flirting with me or something? And then he's like, oh, that's very inconsiderate. Clearly this was for all of us. She's stealing all of our valor or something.
This is so weird.
I assume. Even though Bailey loves animals a lot, I think he would not want to ever go near you again, came Calypso's reply. Now we have Scarlet.
That is just... It isn't the same context, you know! I don't know.
So what context?
I don't understand what's happening.
What context? I don't...
Is this what horses...
This is how horses talk, apparently.
Is this talk about... They just are all... It sounds like all the horses are just like pseudo-intellectuals talking about bullshit.
Ooh, fine. What Chili was trying to get at is, everyone knows that it was to everyone, not just one person. I think we're arguing in circles. Pepper commented. That was when Zoe commented back to Chloe that she was wrong. Who's saying this? I
think it's still you. It's in your paragraph.
Pepper again. Oh dear, not Zoe too.
Seriously, our riders are the two best at Horseland, but when it comes to picking out boys, they are very daft.
What are you even talking about? Isn't there's like two boys at Horseland normally?
Yeah,
like the normal
I guess they picked the wrong ones. I also like how we're signifying that the horses are talking. We just try these like whinny things every time we talk with them.
Yeah. I prefer Will to Bailey. Pepper commented. Okay, Pepper. That was unneeded.
Not sure. I think not a good idea.
Yeah, honestly, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. Also, now I have to... I think this might not have been in the first Horseland video. I think we did that after like the first Horseland story. We read the MTSU one. But Bern, I think we were looking at the Horseland wiki and it said that Bailey was non-binary. Because someone had edited... Yeah, someone had hijacked the wiki, I think.
Oh, never mind
then. I think that was after we recorded that video. I just somehow had to think of that now. I mean, why is the horse talking about what human boy they prefer? I mean,
I guess it's...
I'm just gonna assume he means it in I prefer him as a rider.
Or like they prefer it for their female rider. Like they would want their rider to be with somebody who is good to them.
Yeah.
Which is fair thing, I guess.
Let's pair Shepard and go up! Calypso suddenly joked. And now we have Button.
Is she serious? That's more sheep than anything.
That's more a
They
goat.
are a cat and a dog. Yeah, Buttons is a goat. That's canonical now.
Buttons seemed quite mortified at the concept.
I believe she was joking.
It was then that Elmer made a comment about Chloe and Zoe being loco. Yup, they're loco, Calypso whinnied. That was when Molly rubbed her neck. And defiantly not the boy kind of crazy, Molly, no matter what you say.
I have to agree. From seeing how Chloe acts around Bailey, I worry she might get stuck in an insane asylum.
What? Pepper's
Horse
ears.
problems, bro.
Pepper's ears then picked up at Elmer's next comment.
I believe you're Pepper.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry for mixing these horses up. I sometimes watched the show back in the day, but not really because I enjoyed it, and I don't actually remember. I don't actually remember who exactly these horses are, especially not from name alone. Did she just say that she knows Bailey? Who doesn't know Bailey? I thought that Bailey was noticing girls, particularly Sarah.
Were there any LGBTQ characters in Horseland?
Canonically, no.
Okay. Just making sure. I thought so too.
Chili snorted.
I think the only reason Alma hasn't noticed it, that she's around when Sarah isn't, and it has slowly been developing. I have good horse sense, you know. Do you?
Maybe we should have read the other story because I feel
No. The problem, there's a problem though here. Like, maybe the other story would provide us with more context, but if you're reading this story, you should at least have an idea of what's going on.
Yeah, and to be fair, they aren't even directly commenting on what is happening right now. It's more like,
yeah,
oh, you know, this person likes this other person.
Yeah, there's no description of any of the actual things happening. Alma called them loco. That's it. Like, there's nothing else here. Like, if you're going to make, it's like, again, going back to Twilight, if Stephanie Meyer were to write Midnight Sun, and it was all about what was going on in Edward's head, but it wasn't describing any of the scenes that were happening around Edward. It was just saying what was in his head. No one would know what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. And, my God, am I seriously just, I'm comparing something to Twilight as Twilight being the good example of this?
Yeah.
This is what our life has come to, Julius. Twilight is suddenly the thing we compare all fanfics to.
Oh, Scarlet.
Where do we leave?
I think Scarlet snorted at this.
Sarah and Bailey. She thinks of Bailey as a brother, like she thinks of Molly and Alma as sisters.
Buttons shook her head.
And Bailey, if he really does have a crush on Sarah, then.
Oh no, he's been friend-zoned.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, Chili. Doesn't Sarah have, in quotation marks for some reason, have a boyfriend? I believe that Chloe and Zoe thought so. Calypso laughed.
All right, that isn't funny. We found out that was her cousin, so stop it. Oh, did you not have to bring up that incident, Chloe? That was embarrassing. Embarrassing.
Chili shook his head. Well, duh, you and Chloe could have been seriously hurt from that lie she told everyone, Pepper admonished.
And I even have to admit, it isn't girls that make Bailey nervous. Getting in trouble from one of the little shenanigans.
Shenanigans, oh god.
Shenanigans. Chili.
These wacky shenanigans, Chili laughed.
Oh, Chili is spelled with 2 I's there. L's there. I don't know what that would be. 2 L's, but...
Chillily.
Not funny at all.
Scarlett commented. She then heard Chloe's mean commented about Bailey having a crush on Sarah before he would Zoe, and if her eyes could pop out, they would. I think my eyes are popping out.
I thought we talked about this. Bailey doesn't have a crush on Sarah. Oh, but he does. Poor Chloe. She doesn't see the truth.
Chili muttered.
Poor Chloe. Author, if you happen across this video, if you're going to make a story like this, it is perfectly okay for you to copy and paste sections from your other story here for the context. Some people might call that lazy, but at least then we would know what the hell's going on.
Yeah. Pepper then snorted at Zoe's next commented. Please, Zoe, Sarah does not have a crush on Will. What? Who said that? That is laughable. Or is it? Wait, but no one said that? What?
Yeah, someone in
Zoe
the other
said
story said that.
Oh, yeah, Zoe's next commented, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Again, no context of what's actually happening around us. It's just...
Yeah, they're just in a weird bubble of horse gossip.
Alright, since when did you become an expert of their love life of my writer?
Scarlett snorted as Sarah shook her head at Zoe, then rode off.
Uh-oh, here comes trouble with a capital B and a capital A!
Buttons commented, noticing that Bailey had come back. Zoe and Chloe were still arguing when he suddenly spoke up and then stormed off.
Bird! He sure told those two off. What did they say? Like, tell us what was happening.
I don't know,
Let us
Burn, feel free to come up with your own, Burn.
Hey, that's for Pepper and me to say, not you.
Chili snorted.
Yeah, Chili has the trademark of the word bird.
Button. Now, wait, sometimes it's buttons and now it's just one single button.
There's just 2 goats, just 2 goats hanging out with them.
Oh yeah. Button then heard the comment that came from Zoe about Alma having a possible crush on Bailey. She mimicked her rider and stomped her foot.
Alejandro! Alma has a crush on Alejandro!
Don't call my name.
Alejandro! Roberto! Hey, even I know they're dating.
Chili commented and Pepper agreed.
They aren't dating. They're only sort of dating.
Okay, sure. Buttons shook her mane. Sort of dating, I guess. Author's note, there it is. The parallel. I put the rating up higher than the other one for obvious reasons. If you read the other one, the horses have as wide a range of opinion as their owners, or so I hope. Well, I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure if we had a if we had a wide enough range of opinions here.
There's a lot of opinions about. Here. Yeah,
I mean, I'm joking. There were a lot of opinions, and I don't even know what exactly they are. But they sure exist.
Yeah. All the reviews are positive. People seem to really like this. Probably because they read the other story. But even so, like we said, it doesn't really make... There should be more meat in the story so we would understand the context of what's actually happening.
Yeah.
Or they could have put this part of the story in the other story. I don't know.
I like the comment that says, I read a review of Horseland saying that it was a bad show due to the kids' constant fighting, but the reviewer failed to mention the fact that the horses can be just as good story and funny. Well, but the horses weren't really the focus. Anyway, that was typical point of view, and now we're going to our typical next story, which is on the Wattpad, and it's called The Three Investigators, The Fight Against BP. I'm sorry, for some reason, Wattpad doesn't show me the whole name. Very great.
Wait, that's not the whole... BP a good? Is that the name of the story? I'm looking at my
I'm looking at the URL, and it says the three investigators to fight against BP.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that's what the title is. Thanks, Wattpad, for not displaying the whole title of the story I'm about to read.
Yeah. Man,
good
I'm assuming... Yeah, I'm assuming that BP is British Petroleum, the gas company, and this is after the oil spill back in the late 2000s. So they're taking their revenge for the environment. Good for them. Let's go.
So I should probably explain what franchise this is. So this is the Three Investigators fanfic, and you might not know what the Three Investigators are, but let me tell you about them. So there was a book series in the States. It was started in the 60s, and it was called The Three Investigators. I think the first book was called Alfred Hitchcock and the Three Investigators. Alfred Hitchcock didn't write the book. I guess he was kind of friends with the author, and the author also bought the name rights to use it as a marketing gimmick. But basically, it was about three, I think in the first books they were actually kids or tweens. Three tween boys going on these mystery adventures, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine Scooby-Doo, but specifically Scooby-Doo, but more grounded in reality. And specifically the part of Scooby-Doo where they find out that the ghost was some kind of a criminal the whole time.
Yeah.
And there wasn't actually something supernatural going on. It's kind of like that.
Okay, so kind of like Scooby-Doo, but a little less silly. I mean, there's a lot of American mystery novels for, I guess, young people, like Encyclopedia Brown, Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew. Probably in the same... I imagine this is in the same realm of mystery.
Something to the likes. So what's interesting is... it was also imported to other countries, specifically to Germany. It got really huge over here, and it was adapted under the name The Three Question Marks, or Die drei Fragezeichen in German. And specifically, it got translated into books, but it also got adapted as a series of audio dramas, and that got really huge. So then what happened, as time went on, it kind of fell out of favor. I think they tried to update it by making them older and making it more about gang violence and stuff to get hip and cool with the youth, or to appeal to an older audience, and that didn't really work out. And in the 90s, or I think in 1990, literally at the beginning of the 90s, the book series was cancelled. That is in the States. In Germany, however, the series was still going very strong, and there was still a huge demand for it. So basically, Germany adopted the series and continued it by German authors. And
so for our non-German listeners, this is going to be your culture hour here. Get to learn about something that maybe you're not familiar with.
Yeah. Yeah, it is considered a cult classic. Like, a lot of people, me included, grew up with the audio dramas. And they've been running for a very long time. Like, they're still going. Like, at this point, there's far more episodes produced in Germany than in the USA. Like, now there's
I've never heard
over
of this
200
franchise. Yeah, I never heard of this franchise. Like I said,
that's probably
more popular...
because it kind of went out of favor before the 90s even started. But that wasn't the case in Germany, and we kind of adopted it. We were like, okay, you Americans don't want it, I guess we're gonna take it from here. But yeah, cult classic series, and there were also movies which this, I think, is based on. So I was kind of hoping there were some, like, fans of the actual original books, but I think they might actually be too old for that. For there to be English fanfiction that is. I mean, there is English fanfiction, but usually written by Germans. I was, like, kind of hoping to find Old Guard fans, and what I think this is specifically based on one of the movies, which aren't really that good, but they're more catering towards kids, while the series, like, that was marketed towards kids in the beginning, but it kind of became something for all ages, and the characters got older at one point. They were aged up, and in most of the, like, what's like considered the golden age episodes from Germany, I guess, they're like young adults. I think one of them drives a Jeep.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this will be better than the series when it went off the rails. I mean, this was written by a fan. I'm sure they knew what we'd want to read, right?
Well, we'll see. So this was written by Svojas Change D48. Probably didn't pronounce that right. It is about a robot that gets virused, and now they have to remove the virus from the robot. Read to know, can they do that? Not 103.
Can they do that?
Not 103 and then a question mark. That's great. All right. A good day. It was 7 o'clock in the morning, and Alex, Peter, and George were drinking their morning coffee. As Alex took a look at the Washington Times paper, the photo on the front page caught his attention. He seemed to recognize the boy in the photo. After looking at the photo closely, he recognized the boy to be his dear friend Frank. He got to know that Frank. A robot was made by their friend Frank.
He got to know it? Wait, does he know it now, or did he know that already? Next line, I think, explains
that. Look, Frank has made a new robot, said Alex. Peter, George, and Alex immediately called up Frank and congratulated him and told him about how proud they were of him.
Aw, what a great chapter. What a great, informative, exciting chapter.
You know what? I'm getting kind of confused right now because those aren't the actual names. Now I'm wondering if this author is like from a place where the names were changed in the localization, because those are neither the German nor the English names. Either that or we have the wrong 3 investigators. But on the other hand, those people in the picture do look like them, so I hope this isn't the episode where I embarrass myself because I mistook something. I mistook this for the wrong 3 investigators. Yeah, we'll still keep reading because this is a riveting narrative.
Yeah, The first chapter was all about positivity and congratulating your bro.
Yeah.
You know, men out there listening to our show, make sure you call your buddy and congratulate him for what he's done.
Yeah.
Sometimes hearing that positivity is good for us.
Okay, coming to the headquarters. The next morning, George got a message from Frank saying the robot had been virused and now has been controlled by an unknown person.
Oh no!
To be fair, we knew that from the description, but still. We knew it would be happening, but we didn't know at what point.
We also knew it would be happening because we've all seen Terminator.
Yeah.
We all know what happens.
So they had to come and investigate in the headquarters of BMT. Best Master of Technology.
That's a great title for somebody.
Yeah. They immediately went where Frank had called them. Do you want to take George?
Hello, Frank.
Said George.
As you know, that the robot has been virused.
Oh, this is Frank.
Is that me? Oh, never mind.
As you know, the robot has been virused, you need to go and investigate each and everything. I will give you your positions. Well, what do you mean? I know where my position is. I have a sense of place. George, go to the CCTV camera system. Alex, check the whole base, and Peter, go and check the robot system till the time I will be with my guards instructing them, said Frank.
Is this a job for them? It seems like this is more of a job for, like, a computer
assuming
programmer.
This is the three investigators. It kind of is, but it's more like a hobby.
Okay.
But they do have their own business card. That's very important.
Oh.
It's very important.
Very professional.
Yeah, it's very important that they show their business card, and it's also very important that they that their client then reads it out loud the whole way through. Okay, next chapter is called A Clue. After some time, the three of them meet each other, each one saying something. You want to take
something.
Peter?
Yeah.
I have found a gadget where there is a sticker on which BP is written in bold letters. I have a photocopy of it.
It must be the gadget by which they installed the virus. I like that there's just some... like, it's just a gadget. Some unspecified thing. We don't know what it looks like.
Yeah.
Apparently,
An inventive gizmo from Simply Earth.
This is a gadget I invented. I call it USB. It's just a USB stick. Put the virus on there. Just plugged it in the USB port that this robot had for some reason.
That's how they beat the aliens in Independence Day, so it works for them.
Yeah. I have a thumbprint which I scanned and it says LBP, but by my opinion it means the leader of BP.
By your opinion, that doesn't really make me feel good, bro.
Wait, the
what
thumbprint
facts?
just says LBP? Okay. It doesn't link to the actual person's name. I guess this person is just known as LBP.
Okay. I think I'm speaking for George, right?
Yeah.
Yes, when I was checking the CCTV camera, suddenly today at 12 a.m. the CCTV camera was turned off, and when I went there to check the recording area, there was a small sticker on which BP was written on the CCTV capturing camera. He said that like a million times.
Said George.
What's this sixth part?
I assume this is Frank because he knows all the information. Thanks, you got it right up to the mark I wanted. It does mean BP has done it. Years ago, Team BP, meaning bad power, had tried to steal our Boeing AH-64 Apache helicopter. Oh my god, that's such a great misspelling of Boeing. The Boeing Apache helicopter. Oh boy.
Did they have a helicopter in the show? The series?
Well, this belongs to this Frank person. Who
okay.
I think... I don't know if that's in the series ever or in one of the movies. Assuming this is the actual three investigators, I'm so confused.
Yeah, me too. This is a confusing day.
It's so great. Oh man. It is a missile launching copter from which you will get to their headquarters. Let's go and plan for it. I don't even know. I guess if you go to the helicopter, it will bring you to their headquarters or something. Okay, prepare for the fight. Meanwhile, in the headquarters of Team BP, the leader said to his virus experts. Everyone has a virus expert.
I'm gonna do the voice for this.
Yeah.
Today, we need to install the virus fully before they get to know that the virus has been installed by us and that we would have the world in our hand.
Okay, would you? Would you? We need to install the virus before they know we installed the virus. I mean, yeah, I think so. I'd assume so.
And then suddenly it switches to the next. This is apparently the next sentence looks like it goes back to their characters, the main characters.
Yeah. Yes, sir, we will do it. And then the three boys had planned their journey. Let's go, said Alex.
No, wait, you need to take your weapons.
George. Wait, I guess Wait, what? I guess this is me, the narrator, saying this, because it's missing the beginning quotations.
Yes.
So, George, you take the helicopter and a M416, an AR, assault rifle. Alice? Who the fuck is Alice? You take a Scarl, an AR, and the virus detector, and a virus remover. And Peter, you take a AKM and AR. The helicopter is in the carrier base, and don't forget to communicate with the walkie-talkie, which I had given you long back. Back in the day, remember that?
Back in the old days, time to dust that walkie-talkie off. We're gonna need it, boys.
After some time, they were off to the headquarters. Alright.
This is something alright.
Let's fight. Finally, the epic battle will commence.
Let's go. I'm ready.
After they had reached close, there came a voice saying,
Look at your 3 o'clock. The base is there. I mean the headquarter.
You can say both. Don't have to correct yourself. They landed...
You could just said the base. That would have worked.
They landed a little far from the base. They quietly entered the base as planned. What to do, but after 2 minutes an alarm rang. Who is saying this? I'm just gonna assume this is Alex. I think they have seen our helicopter or us. Now it's time to fight. Reload you guns and let's go be together.
That's quite the battle cry.
After the bell rang.
Let's go to be together!
Together forever. After the bell rang, they ran through the passage and took cover of the rock beside them. A whole squad of 20 to 25 small robots had come, each having different guns on their 10 o'clock.
Start fighting!
Said George. Many robots were killed and many ran away getting scared. But then they also got to know that there were robot snipers. One with Mini 14, one with AWM, etc. Peter said,
Go go and remove the virus. Till that time, I will fight. Just give me some ammo of 5.56.
You know, this is pretty terrifying that some of the robots got scared and ran away. And they also said the robots were killed. Not they were destroyed. They were killed. Meaning these were sentient robots. Like, these robots had... They were self-aware. That is messed up.
And
these boys just ran and just killed a bunch of sentient creatures. Well, robots.
Zion51 says, Swojers, this is a really good story. I am streaming Spied.
The fuck?
Yeah, I too love streaming Spied. Okay, the remove of the virus. They ran in where the virus installer was. Alex said, go see where to go next. Till that time I will be ready with my virus detector and remover. And suddenly one guard kidnapped him, took him into a dark room. And then a voice came from nowhere and said... I guess Alex said all of this.
Nice try from defusing the virus in the robot, but still you won't be able to do anything, and no, get a painful death.
And he took out a hot iron stick and was about to kill him. What the fuck?
Oh wow, this is some medieval torture right here, okay.
I was about to brandmark him.
You belong to me now!
But luckily Peter kicked the door and then the leader of Team BP. Thanks, Peter, but where is the virus installed?
I will tell you.
When they reached a strange hall in one of the rooms, the virus was installed. Alice took out the detector and detected where it was. Wait, I think Alice is Alex. I think that's what happened.
So too.
How do you misspell Alex as Alice? How does that happen?
Maybe Alex is non-binary, or
oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
He's somewhere on the gender spectrum where he's kind of both man and woman.
Gender fluid.
Therefore, he has two names.
Makes sense. Took out the detector and detected where it was. There, he said. He put the remover and removed the virus. I like the idea that there's a virus remover. You just plug it in, the virus is gone.
Yep.
So easy. Let's go and help George. And when they came back, they saw that Robot was gonna shoot George with a S686 and shotgun, and Alice took out his scar and shot that bot.
Oh no. More blood on Alice's hands.
I think this is George.
Oh, you came. Let's go.
Oh, you came. Oh no,
oh,
she came.
Thanks.
Oh wait, no one's gonna get that. And as he said it, a bot from up shot a bullet and luckily saw it and blocked it with a pen. The bot itself blocked its own bullet. And George killed that too.
Again, they are killing these robots. They're not destroying them. Killing these sentient robots.
Not Rest my free robots. Investigators. I object to this.
Get into Raptor and blast the base,
said Peter. They all went in the in the helicopter and blasted the base. Mission... Oh, this is Peter.
Mission accomplished, boys,
said Peter. But don't worry, there are more adventures to come of the three investigators. To know about the helicopter Boeing AH-64 Apache, see the video down. Oh, video unavailable. How unfortunate.
Yeah. You guys don't get to see it. You don't know. You'll never know what it is.
I would have really loved to learn about the Boeing AH-64 Apache. 3 o'clock meaning to your east and 10 o'clock meaning to your northwest. Oh, I appreciate that.
Okay.
But maybe if you do that, then maybe before you use that terminology and not after the fact.
Yeah, they could have easily like integrated that into the story and said, look, like, check out your 3. The boy turned to his right and saw the robot. Like, then you would know what it meant. Whatever.
The end.
And there's...
The end. Why is this its own chapter?
You finished reading The 3 Investigators, The Fight Against BP.
And someone writes, I am a big fan of the real 3 Investigators series. Loved reading this.
Yeah.
It's a great
Loved
story.
reading your fake crap.
I mean, no, he was positive.
Yeah, that's a nice story.
It's a different interpretation of the material. I mean, again, the changed names, I don't know what that's about. It might just be from a different localization. I don't know what country this person is from. So, because like the German names were changed too. But like in the original, the people are named Jupiter, Peter, and Bob. So yeah, except for Peter, these are different names. But I'm pretty sure the pictures he used. Wait a second. Because that might be actually from a book cover.
And our final story today is a Powerpuff Girls one-shot. And it's called What Will I Do Today by Let's Make Popcorn.
Based on
Love the username, by the way.
Crossover with the Pippi Longstocking cartoon, I assume. I'd hope that that would be cool.
So, after being beaten by his mother, Boomer leaves to go to the woods, but then when he hears gunshots, he runs for his life. But what will happen when he meets this girl as different way? The day turns bad and good, but how? How, Julius? How does the day turn good but bad?
It turns bad and good, but how? Asking myself this question every day. I also like this this picture of Tails running and screaming. That's a great picture. That's a pretty great. It is a great picture. I already like this author. The description was confusing, but the username plus the picture of Tails sets my mind at ease. So yeah, I could go for some popcorn right now.
Yeah.
Hi, I kind of typed this up. I wasn't in no means going to put this up, but
you did it.
You did.
You
so
weren't
it's
going to, but you did.
Yeah. Boomer. So I haven't watched. I didn't watch much of the Powerpuff Girls. Boomer is one of the rowdy rough boys, and I think he's like the counterpart of Bubbles. So, for anyone,
I wouldn't know.
Came after that.
I think there was a very brief period when I was really young where I would watch Puff Girls. That's like all I know. Like, I don't know anything beyond the basic premise.
Yeah. Well, all you need to know is just 3 superpower girls. Even though I don't know if this might be an AU because he has a mother. I thought he was like created in I don't know. I haven't watched the show in a long time. So, Boomer's POV.
I woke up to my mother's horrible yelling. I sighed. She always hated me, saying I was the worst thing that happened to her.
Wait, she always hated me saying I was the worst thing that happened to her?
Yeah, she's like, don't beat yourself up that much. I still love you.
Yeah, come on, Boomer. Self-love.
Because of me, she will never ever be happy. She hates me more and more.
Sorry, she hates me and more.
I slowly got out of bed to see her bust in a deadly look on her face.
Like, did she, like, smack herself in the face so hard that, like, it broke her face and made her look even terrifying?
Oh, no.
More terrifying?
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Damn it, Boomer! I've been your stupid for at least an hour. Why the hell haven't you come down to see what I wanted?
She yelled in face. I've been your stupid.
That's... Face is... I assume face is a language. Face language.
Yeah. This is very depressing. He's got no confidence of himself. She's calling herself stupid. This family needs help, and probably not for the reason the author thinks they need help. But, okay.
What you want, I'd me dead, I thought with an eye roll. What?
What you want, I'd me dead, I thought with an eye roll.
I'm sorry I didn't hear you, I quietly told her with my head down.
Oh, you should be.
She said deadly, then grabbed me by my hair and threw me against the wall.
Wow.
I groaned in pain, and I was in one of the worst pains ever.
Wow. She said deadly, her words were literally venomous, like it's not a figure of speech. Like, those words get into your ear, you're getting poisoned.
Was she also a Powerpuff Girls villain?
I guess, yeah.
She laughed at my pain and kicked me in the ribs. I rolled over in pain and mumbled, "Damn it."
Damn.
Ha 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 ha. Thanks for the laugh, kid.
I do like how your voice kind of sounds like evil Marge Simpson here.
Oh god. You're right.
She laughed and for one last time kicked me in my stomach and walked back into her room, most likely. I grabbed my stomach and kept on rolling back and forth. I slowly crawled to my bed, still grabbing my stomach. I've been through worse, I thought, and got on my bed. I let my body drop. I felt my back crack. I felt in pain, but soon it was gone. And when it was, I quickly but quietly got out of bed. I changed clothes and put on some shoes. I looked both ways before walking out of my... Like, is his room in front of a street? Oh, I guess he's probably worried about his mom. But walking out of a room, my mother's door was closed, which meant she was sleeping or just in her room once I passed her door... as opposed to future her door. I ran to the front door and left. I sighed, knowing Actually, once I passed... Oh, yeah, I guess it was supposed to be the verb there. I sighed knowing that I would have come back. I knew I would. I ran into the woods, not looking back, but as I ran, the pain increased, but right now, I didn't care. Once I couldn't see my house, I walked around the woods. Yeah, if you're going to talk about a serious subject like domestic violence or child abuse, maybe do a little bit of a better job.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Seems very... whatever.
Very tactless.
Yeah.
As I walked in, I heard birds singing, animals doing what they do every day, but in a split second, the birds stopped in their wonderful singing. It just became quiet, then gunshots were heard. I turned around and tried to identify where the gunshots came from. When I did, I heard them again, but much closer. Then again this time, even closer. Panicking, I started to run. You almost never hear gunshots by where I live.
Well, we don't live where you live, so I don't hear that.
I ran, but each time I heard a gunshot, I jumped because they were getting closer and closer. As I ran, I bumped into a girl. She was playing with a bird. The girl had light blonde hair.
She's a little Disney princess.
Yeah. While
Blonde
there's
hair
gunshots blaring in the background.
Yeah.
Light blonde hair and two pigtails. Her pigtails had a soft, curly bounce to them. She also had a pure, short white dress on and some wow flats.
Some wild flats. Better some wild
Also,
flats than some vile flats.
Yeah.
Her eyes were Light blue, almost white. Well, that's terrifying.
Oh no,
When I bumped into her...
It's the character from My Death. Forgot her name.
When I bumped into her, the bird left. Now we were just looking at each other. Well, that was until I heard another gunshot. I quickly got up and helped the girl up to her feet.
Thank you.
She said when I helped her up. She voice was soft and sweet. You're welcome. So, may I ask what you're doing in the woods? Not a question. I asked, thinking it's weird for a girl like her to be in the woods. Yeah, girls never go in the woods.
Not even weird, it's wired.
Yeah, it's wired. It is a very wired thing to do. Only tomboys like Dana go in the woods.
Yeah, and they find items on the ground.
Like daggers and
yeah, daggers.
Stuff like that. Maybe she was out looking for daggers.
I mean, I would, considering there's like gunshots.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, regardless from gender, I would ask why anyone would go to these woods where there's like shootouts happening right next to them all the time for some reason.
Yeah, there's a turf war happening over there right now.
Yeah.
It's not even hunters, just...
Oh well, I like animates, so I come here. I really like the robins that are here.
She answered with a sweet giggle. Oh, what's your name? I asked again. What's up with me and questions, I thought. Oh, that's a weird question to ask. What's your name? I never ask anyone that.
Yeah, weird question. Kind of overstepping your boundaries there.
Yeah, calm down, bro. You're a creep.
My name is Bubbles. What's yours? Not a question.
She answered and asked. She answered and asked. I guess that's...
yeah.
At least it's not answered / asked.
She answered / asked.
Well, my name is Boomer.
Okay, Boomer.
I told her.
I'm sorry, I just had to do it.
We had to make that joke, yeah. I told her, then another gunshot.
What was that? Not a question? I guess I didn't hear this before.
She was too busy playing with the bird.
I guess, yeah.
Bird was tweeting in her ears the whole time.
Bird's tweeting very loudly.
Bubbles asked, with a bit of fear in her voice. Oh, I think they are gunshots, but I don't think you or me should stay to find out. I told her. She nodded. That's when I grabbed her hand and we ran deeper into the woods, but it seems we can't get away from... The farther we went, the closer the gunshots were heard.
Maybe you're
I looked at
walking
Bubbles.
into the wrong direction.
Yeah, maybe turn around, bro. I looked at Bubbles. I could see she was out of breath. Well, who wouldn't be? We have been running for over an hour. So, they spent an hour running closer to the gunshots?
Yeah.
And hour, you're right. Should we take a break? Not a question, I asked her between breaths.
Yes.
Bubbles didn't even think twice. She stopped and fell on the ground, panting loudly. I sat down next to her. She looked at me and smiled. We stayed there for a few minutes. The author forgot what periods were for a moment. During this time, we didn't notice how close the gunshots were, so we were caught off
Twice
guard.
the charm.
Yeah. We couldn't see the people throwing the gunshots, so we didn't know. They were throwing
They're
the
just
gunshots.
throwing the bullets at you. They're not even using the gun.
I laughed at what Bubbles had just said to me. What
What
did she say?
Wait, let me
Maybe-
guess. She just said, how much could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Because
Yeah,
that's
you
the most
had a
hilarious
moment
joke
here.
ever, especially when you're in the woods.
Yeah. They had a moment they could have established genuine chemistry or relationship between these two. It's like, nope, she just said something off screen.
Only implying chemistry.
Yeah.
Only showing us the
She
chemistry
giggled-
that we don't get. Dangling the
She
keys in
giggled
our
gently.
faces.
But then that all stopped when I heard a gunshot. Bubbles' eyes grew wide. I looked down at her dress. A big red circle was appearing. I held on to her, not letting her fall to the ground.
This feels so weird. This is so surreal. Like, literally going into the woods and, like, getting chased by someone with a gun out of nowhere for no reason. Feels very like a nightmare-like.
Yeah. This
Especially
is very much what I like to read.
We haven't even established who's wielding the gun and why he would be going after them. It's like,
Maybe
it
it's
hasn't
his
even
mom.
stated that there's someone holding a gun. It's just the gunshots are getting nearer. It's just there are gunshots. It's like the gun is firing itself. It's not even a person holding a gun. It's just a sentient gun running after them.
Yeah, don't you remember the sentient gun villain from Powerpuff Girls?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, his name was Gunner the Gunner.
Yeah, Gunner the Gunner.
My favorite Powerpuff Girls villain. Boomer!
She whispered. Yes, I answered.
Yes? I like you.
She said,
Not a good time.
Thank you very much. And okay, they were at least together for 1 hour. That's how long they were running away, at least.
Yeah.
That's still not that much time.
Yeah.
We haven't
You
seen
do?
any
That's
of the
not a-
chemistry happening.
Yeah. He says you do, but it's not a question, so he's telling her, yeah, you like me.
Yeah, I know.
He's telling her what to do. And my dogs hate this, by the way. They don't buy into this romance at all.
Yeah, fair enough.
I asked no one has ever liked me, I thought.
Yes.
She closed the space with a soft kiss. I responded and kissed her back, slowly and gently. I closed my eyes, soon we separated for air.
But did you kiss her back or did you kiss her back?
That'd be
Didn't we
weird. He
read-
just turned her around
Or
and...
didn't we also have back action in that One Piece smut story?
Maybe a little? I don't remember.
I think it mentioned the back at one point.
Maybe he wanted to kiss the boo-boo where the bullet entered, and he was trying to make it better.
Oh yeah.
I looked into her eyes. They showed something.
Something.
Oh, I guess there was something in there. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Boomer.
Was the last thing I heard her say. She was about to give me another kiss when...
Boomer! Boomer! Boomer!
Boomer is his full name, I guess. It's like, again, like Mario is Boomer.
It all circles back to the Mario Brothers live action movie. That and Horseland.
Yeah.
I shot right up in bed, looking both ways. I was home with my mother. So it was just a dream, I said out loud.
What was a dream? Not a question.
My mother asked while standing wide the door, glaring at me. Nothing, I answered, but I knew what I was going to do today, and today I was going to save Bubbles. My Bubbles. Wait,
But you don't even know
so
that she's real. If this was all a dream, then how do you
Remember
know
what we
this is a
learned
real
from-
person?
Remember what we learned from Kyrie Beloved? Sometimes dreams are...
Oh yeah,
Like visions of the future.
It always comes back to that anthem line. Yeah, dreams aren't always fake. They're visions of what has happened, happens, and will happen. So I guess this will happen.
Yeah. You know, Ansem, he might be the villain, but he's a pretty smart guy, because his words have rang true for so many of these stories.
Yeah.
done. Like I said, I wasn't going to put this up, but I didn't change my mind.
You didn't change your mind.
You did,
So why is it up?
You did change your mind. I mean, by definition.
I just got bored. I just got bored and I uploaded it, but I don't own anything in the story. Did you like? If I may ask, please tell me if you did. And if you didn't tell me, why, please, thank you, love you, bye.
Alright, bye.
Bye, author. Have a good day. Everyone seems to like this.
That's where they were going, I guess.
Yeah. It was probably the most comprehensible story we read today.
Yeah, probably.
Even though it was... yeah, everyone who reviewed liked it.
Yeah, no,
so
by far the most
this
comprehensive story. At least they didn't change his name mid-story to like... At least they didn't change his name to like Boris for 2 sentences and then back to Boomer.
Okay. As always, leave the authors alone, or Julius will come at you with his Boeing Apache helicopter.
Yeah, I will virus your computer and you never will be able to comment on anything ever again, so better watch your back.
Yep. As always, you can always come hang out with us on Discord.
We also have a
and
request
check
form.
out other videos in the request form, like you said. Yeah.
And remember, if you do not like, then do not read. Bye.
Later.